Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
Hello, this is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. Thanks for tuning in. Doing Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, chapters 11 through 15. This stars John Hart. John Hart not only played Jack Armstrong in this, he also played the Phantom. Well, kind of a Phantom, but it was the Phantom. He was Captain Africa. He played the Lone Ranger for 2 seasons, and he also played Lone Ranger on Happy Days. He was the hero of Fonzie, and Fonzie got to meet John Hart as the Lone Ranger. So thanks for tuning in. Join us next week. Stay safe. Wear a mask if you go out. Thanks again.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy. With their native allies, Jack and his companions plan a mass attack on Zorn's secret laboratory. Unaware that their enemies are armed with a deadly annihilator gun, which blasts objects with a cosmic beam, they move into attack and...
Gee, this is quite a contraption, isn't it?
It sure is.
we better get out of here, Jack.
Lobard, you and Slade go ahead with the Annihilator. Marlin and I'll keep you covered.
Hey, look, Jack. They're taking away that trick gun.
We'd better follow them and see where they're taking it.
Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields captured the beam gun, and they're leading the natives towards the entrance of the laboratory. It never happened if we'd had some men to guard us.
Never mind excuses. We must get it back. Grood calling Zorn. Grood calling Zorn. Come in, Zorn.
Zorn speaking.
Natives are approaching the entrance to tunnel. Keep them out at all costs.
Right.
Flair, Jacqueline, Selfrid, come here quick.
Sounds like a real battle, Jack.
We'd better get back there.
Yeah, follow back!
Hold it! Come on.
This thing weighs a ton. How much farther have we got to lug it, Pierce?
Up the river to the mill. Marlin and I will relieve you for a while.
Any news?
Yes. Professor Zorn reports the attack has been beaten off.
I'm sure glad to hear that.
I wonder why they didn't use the Annihilator when they attacked the tunnel.
Well, they probably didn't understand the mechanism.
Perhaps. But we can't leave it in their hands long enough for them to find out.
You're right about that.
The natives would do anything for these. Now find one and bribe him to tell you where the Annihilator is hidden.
I think I know just the man to contact.
Good.
Yumala's men have suffered terrible losses. I'm sorry that this misfortune's come to your tribe, Princess.
To die in battle is a great honor for my people. If you command, they will attack the cave again tonight.
No, that would just be a useless sacrifice. It's been a bad night. We've lost the battle for the cave and captured that strange beam gun only to lose it again.
Were those Grood's men who attacked you?
I didn't recognize any of them. Did you, Billy?
Grood is probably just as worried as we are. If we only had enough arms and ammunition, we might make another try at the caves.
You're right.
Gee, if we only had some buns and hamburgers, we could have some hamburgers and buns. And gosh, wouldn't that taste good?
There's plenty in the storeroom at the mill.
Hamburgers?
No, Greedy, arms and ammunition. How about trying it?
We may have to fight our way in.
Then again, the place may be deserted.
Well, let's go.
Let's cover it.
No sign of anyone yet. But it won't be long before Grood finds out we have the Annihilator. And when he does, he'll have his whole mob out to get it back.
With this in our hands, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
Maybe we have. The supply of solurium in it is about gone.
So what happens?
Without solurium, it's as dangerous as a cap pistol.
Then we ain't got nothing after all.
Not unless we get a fresh supply.
Well, there's some down in the mill. Come on, let's go get it.
The place looks deserted.
Now look again. There's someone entering the main building.
And another one.
I don't see nobody.
Your eyesight's bad. You need more vitamin A, Billy.
Have you got any with you?
Marlin! I saw somebody moving in the brush down by the river.
Well, let's take a look.
All clear so far. Now for the storeroom.
Hold it, someone's coming.
Now's our chance.
Better get Lowboard out to stand watch.
It's unlocked.
That's a break.
I'll see if I can find any ammunition. You two stay here and keep your eyes open.
I'll call Lobard.
Pierce is in plain view by the mill.
I wanted to take the entire case, but I guess we'll just have to fill our pockets and watch our chance to get away.
I just found out that Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields don't have the Annihilator.
Who told you that?
Well, that native Tabor said that he saw some other men taking it away.
Did he recognize any of them?
Yes. One of them was Pierce.
Pierce?
You'll remember, Blair never did trust him.
Blair was right. Pierce has been hanging around the boys who guard the mill. Maybe they're getting ideas. We better go down there and check.
Hey, Marlin.
What's up?
I'm still not satisfied that we're alone around here. I think we ought to search more.
Okay. If it'll make you feel better, we'll go through every building. Hey, Lomart!
Pierce and 3 men are coming up this way.
Quick, barricade the door.
Might as well start here at the storeroom.
By all means. I'd hate to have anybody discover we've got the annihilator here. What's the matter?
It's stuck.
Why? It's more than stuck. It feels like something's blocking it.
Hold it. We got company.
Why, it's Grood and his bunch.
You'd better let me handle this.
There they are. Boys, stand by.
How are you, Grood?
So. Had a little run-in with the natives.
You know, I thought I heard some fireworks. Any damage?
Oh, some. The beam gun wasn't there when it was over.
Well, what happened to it?
I don't know yet.
Well, maybe the Fairfield crowd got it.
I heard they didn't.
What else did you hear?
I heard that somebody like you brought the gun here.
Now, you don't believe that, do you?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. One way to find out, and that's to have a look around.
Nobody's gonna search this place.
Yeah? That's what you think.
Get their truck while they're busy fighting.
Okay, let's go.
No, you stay here and gather up some ammunition. See if you can find the annihilator. If I can get that truck, we can get away with a big load.
Well, you can't do that.
Well, I can try.
What daring action can rescue our friends from their present plight? Has Pierce's apparent treachery made the cause of the conspirators even more powerful? You can't afford to miss The Grotto of Greed, Chapter 12 of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week. Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. Jack, Billy, and Uncle Jim daring the attempt to obtain ammunition from Pierce's storeroom. They're trapped there, but as Grood arrives with his men for a showdown with Pierce, Jack escapes and starts to work his way toward where Grood left his truck. And now, as the forces of Grood and Pierce start a sudden battle...
Billy. Give me a hand to uncover them.
What's that, Uncle Jim?
Activating tube.
Oh.
Well, it looks like the company's left.
Yeah, but Fairfield and the two kids got away in the truck with some ammunition from the storeroom.
I was right about somebody being here.
Well, we should worry as long as they didn't get that gun gadget.
We better check on that right now. Slade, you stay here and keep your eyes open.
I'm afraid I'll only be able to keep one open.
Fairfield's been tampering with the annihilator.
Well, lucky for us, he didn't know how to work it.
I'm afraid we won't be able to work it either. The activator tube has been removed.
What's that?
The heart of the mechanism. Without it, the cosmic beam annihilator is absolutely useless.
Then Fairfield swiped it to sidetrack us. We got to get it back.
That's too risky. They'll be prepared for a move like that. Our only chance is to get a duplicate from the lab.
You're crazy. Grood's no fool. He's probably issued orders to his men to have a shot on sight.
Very likely. But I think you can count on Vic Hardy's help. I'm sure he'd be very glad to cross Grood.
One thing we may be sure of. The loss of this gadget will prevent Pierce from using that beam device against us.
Well, what is it?
It's known as an activator tube.
Well, where in the world did you learn that, Uncle Jim?
I recognized it. It was made from blueprints for one of Pierce's orders in my own factory back in Hudson.
Then Pierce is actually the buying agent for whoever's constructing these scientific devices.
Yes, and now we know that Jason Grood is the genius back of this. We're up against something that menaces the entire world. It must be found and destroyed before it destroys us.
What about that shortwave radio we discovered in the truck? If we keep it tuned in, we may be able to discover their headquarters.
That's a job for you and Betty. Jack and I will pay a visit to the hidden tunnels near the Sacred Grotto. I have a feeling that's where we'll find the answer.
I believe you're right.
We better go out and stand by the radio on the truck.
I'll admit they took us by surprise last night. But the next time, Pierce and his crowd won't fare so well.
Thanks to your brilliance, there may not be a next time. Pierce still has the cosmic beam annihilator in his possession.
Yes, but with only a small supply of solarium on hand, once that's used up, he's through.
Pierce is shrewd enough to know that. But what is to prevent him from teaming up with Jack Armstrong and the Fairfield?
Haven't you any idea how we can stop him before it's too late?
Remind me to tell you after I've consulted with Professor Zorn. Aren't you finished yet? What is all this?
You asked me to set up a barrier against intruders invading the laboratory. I think I found the answer. Tanilic light.
Tanilic light? I never heard of it.
Oh, that's understandable. I only recently discovered this new element during our cosmic researches. It's a form of infrared ray with enormous deadly properties. This switch controls our light beams of death. Anyone coming into contact with them will be instantly destroyed. Come with me, I want to show you something. There you are. See what I mean? No living being could pass through that light barrier. Have you some small object on you, something containing metal?
Fountain pen.
That will do. Satisfied?
Perfectly. That's exactly what we needed.
This is the place.
Zorn calling. Zorn calling. Come in, Grood. This is Zorn.
Grood speaking. Come in, Zorn. What is it?
Somebody is coming into the tunnels through B entrance.
It may be Jack Armstrong and the Fairfield crowd.
If it is, we'll be ready for them.
Whoever that is setting a trap for Jack and Uncle Jim. I gotta warn them. Come on, Betty, get out.
But I want to go too, Billy.
No, this is a man's job. Come on now, get out.
Wouldn't take much to get lost in these tunnels, Jack.
You're right. We better stay close together.
Listen, footsteps.
Somebody's coming this way.
Get back out of sight.
It's Marlin and Lobard.
Is Pierce with them?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
What do those drums say, Tabori?
They say noise wagon come this way. From village.
From the village, huh? That must be one of the Fairfield crowd going someplace in our truck.
That's what drums say.
Come on.
We'll see if it's all clear. Come back inside. Who is it?
It's Jack Armstrong in Fairfield.
What are we gonna do?
We're 3-2. We've got to take a chance.
Here they come, Uncle Jim.
Looks like they've gone.
Hold it.
Get your hands up. Well, I'm glad to see you again, Pierce. Especially at this time. There's more to this place than just tunnels. We know there's a laboratory. Where is it?
Well, as a matter of fact, Jim, I was going to tell you about that.
You two-bit double-crosser. Keep your mouth shut or I'll...
Well, the laboratory you're looking for is just around the bend down the tunnel.
Just as a precaution, you three lead the way.
Sure.
Quickly! Stand by the tunnelic light switch.
Yes.
What thrilling new hazards now lie ahead for the irrepressible Billy? And meanwhile, what of Vic Hardy, still apparently a helpless prisoner in the underground laboratory? See the amazing answers in Wheels of Fate, Chapter 13 of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
Capturing the treacherous Pierce, Jack and Uncle Jim make him tell where the secret laboratory is located. Pierce pretends to lead them toward it, but again attempts to escape. Trying to recapture him, Jack is unwittingly drawn into a death trap set by Zorn.
Stand by the tunnelic light switch.
Yes.
Are you all right, Uncle Jim?
Yes, I'm all right, Jack.
We'd better be getting out of here.
Stop where you are. Tie their hands. All right, inside. Tie him up.
Ah, pleasant surprise. Where did you catch them?
Outside.
Good. I explained to Grood that Gregory Pierce has left us.
But some of his men are still on the loose.
I know that. You're to go to the mill, finish the rest of them, and bring back the Annihilator. And then report to Grood. By that time, we'll know what we're going to do with these two.
Yeah, and make it something that won't miss. They've been a headache.
Let's get down to the mill.
See if it'll start.
It won't start.
Well, keep trying. That's better. Now head for the mill.
Here you are, Professor.
Is it ready to be installed?
It's ready.
Now, let's test it. Stand aside, gentlemen, unless you'd like to feel 50,000 volts. While I'm in the area globe installing the tube in the cosmic ray gun, would you mind testing the supersonic system?
Certainly. Weckler, has this machine been under repair? It doesn't operate.
Have you checked the activating tube?
No, I took it for granted it was in place.
Well, I'll check it. Step aside.
You've got to get out of here quick.
Well, aren't you coming with us?
No, my job here isn't finished.
But they're bound to suspect you.
I'll give a good imitation of being knocked out.
Why must you stay here, Vic?
The secret weapon they have must be destroyed.
Then we'll come back in force and try to save you.
You'll never come back if you don't hurry.
We don't like to leave you like this, Vic.
We're working for the same cause, Jack. Both of us have a job to do. Up this way.
Jack, Uncle Jim, I heard over the radio they had you trapped in the tunnels.
Yeah, we were. We discovered Vic down there.
Vic, he helped us escape.
Good.
What did you find out?
That Grood's men are heading for the mill.
I think we know why, Billy.
Yeah, they're after that cosmic beam gun that Pierce got away with. I think we could use it, too.
We may try our luck, Jack.
Come on.
The truck. Let's get going with the beam gun.
Take it easy. Be careful with that thing.
Looks like Gregor Pierce's rebellion is completely finished.
And Grood's taken back the beam gun.
Well, there's little chance to follow them right now.
Yes, there is.
Why does Vic Hardy choose to remain a prisoner in the underground laboratory? What can be done to counteract Grood's mad scheme to rule the universe? Don't miss Journey into Space, Chapter 14 of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
With Pierce out of his way, Grood prepares to move the beam gun and a supply of explosives to his underground hiding place. To learn its location, Jack daringly intercepts the truck that's carrying the supplies and...
you get the fellow that fired the shot at Jack?
No, he got away. But what about Jack?
He was on the truck fighting when we went over.
Here he comes now.
Jack, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What happened? What was that blast I heard?
All that ammunition blew up. Lucky for me, it fell off the truck.
Did those fellows get away?
Oh, they wound up at the bottom of the hill on their feet.
We still haven't accomplished very much.
At least the beam gun was destroyed when the truck cracked up.
Yeah, but maybe they have others.
That's what worries me. Grood is up to something.
Well, the trail is narrowing down.
Yeah, we know they have a hideout someplace in those tunnels.
That's what we've got to concentrate on. We'll have Umala place a guard at every one of those entrances.
Right.
To Grood, Zorn speaking.
Grood speaking.
Zorn reporting. We are ready to install the activator mechanism.
Good. I'll be right over. Well, Professor, now that the cosmic beam annihilator is ready for action, we'll be masters of the world within 24 hours.
If Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields don't interfere.
No, they've done all they can do and it failed. When the aerial globe is in position at zero gravity, direct its beam at that city. The moment the buildings are reduced to ashes, I will radio my ultimatum. My ultimatum to the world is surrender or be destroyed.
They'll be forced to surrender. We'll have such power as the Earth has never known.
Where is the activating mechanism?
It's in there.
There?
Yes. Just 2 micrograms of the element silurium, but enough to destroy an entire continent.
How long will it take to install?
A few moments, a tube in place, that's all.
And you're prepared to take the aerial globe up today?
Within an hour, if you wish.
Good. Come along. I want to see that safely installed in the beam gun.
Meet friend. This is for white man, friend of Umala.
Sabe him, white fellow.
Take that to him quick.
Sabe, me go.
The activator is secure. Doctor, I think we are about ready to take off.
Well, we should have another man to help with the controls.
Vic Hardy is going up with you.
Hardy? Do you trust him?
No, but we may need him. Once the annihilator works successfully, he will be no longer needed.
I understand.
White man try to leave cave, Songway?
One strange white man. Give me paper for white fellow. Umala's friend.
Where you put paper?
Me throw away. Him fellow no good.
Fool! Him friend of Jack Armstrong's. Where you throw paper? Your friend in cave sent message.
Jack, Billy. What is it, Uncle Jim?
Message from Vic.
What does it say?
Master Annihilator completed. Area globe will go up today. Grood plans world conquest. Must stop him. We'll do all possible here. Vic.
But what can we do?
We'll go into action fast. You Muller, get all your men ready. We may have to resort to open attack.
The aerial globe takes off from the fire pit. I'm going there.
When you're ready, come to the cave.
Be ready, quick.
Hardy, get into these as quick as you can.
You mean I'm going up in the aerial globe?
Yes, with Professor Zorn and Dr. Alvira. You'll have the privilege of seeing the result of your work.
And then?
Then you will see the result of mine.
It's still here. This is our chance to stop it.
Maybe we could push one of those boulders down and smash it.
If the first one didn't work, we'd never get a chance to use another.
Get me that rope. I'm going down into the pit.
For ascension.
Then proceed to the aerial globe.
You had better keep in touch with me with supersonic sound.
I will. And the moment you have used the cosmic beam annihilator, I'll broadcast our ultimatum to the world.
Very well.
He's going in a tunnel. I better go with him.
You stay here. He'll signal if he wants us.
Everything in order, Lesseps?
Everything's ready, sir.
Where's Hardy? Wonder what's delaying him.
Hardy! Hardy! Where are you? I'm coming.
Where have you been? What delayed you?
I fell down and got lost in the tunnel.
Hardy, it'll be your duty to watch this instrument. Let me know when we reach zero gravity.
Rockets 1 and 3 ready for firing. Rockets 1 and 3, fire.
native guard's been posted. He won't be posted long.
Go to the lab and tell Grood there are native guards on all the tunnel entrances.
All except one entrance.
Well, Sulphur now check through the tunnels to be sure nobody got in. Mr. Hardy, back to your station and watch for zero gravity.
I've got some news about the natives.
That is no longer important.
It might be. Listen to this.
Never mind, I said. What is written here will put all the would-be dictators of history in the class of amateurs. Listen to this. From this day forth, I, Jason Grood, am your absolute master. Those that disobey me will be destroyed. See, here am I rising to glory. Come here, you. The aerial globe is now in the ionosphere. In a few moments, the world will bow to me in submission.
I'm trying to tell you the tunnels are surrounded by natives.
Then we'll fly an army to the island and exterminate them.
How can you do that?
Because I am the absolute ruler of the universe.
It's Hardy. We found him in the tunnel near the fire pit.
Well, he was supposed to be aboard the aerial globe.
Maybe Zorn didn't want him.
Or maybe someone else has taken his place. Grood calling aerial globe. Calling aerial globe. Grood calling aerial globe.
Area globe to Grood. Zorn speaking.
How many men have you aboard?
4, as planned.
One of the 4 has no right to be there. We just found Hardy unconscious in the tunnel. Find out which one is an imposter and eliminate him.
We'll follow instructions. All of you heard that. Start descending. Remove your helmet. Remove it!
Calling aerial globe. Calling aerial globe.
What daring plan has Vic Hardy had in mind all this time? Will Grood be able to escape and live to plot again? For the amazing climax, see Retribution, the final chapter of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
By disguising himself and taking Vic Hardy's place, Jack has ascended in the aeroglobe on the flight that threatens the safety of the universe. Grood learns of this and informs Zorn by radio. And now, as Zorn desperately checks the identity of the members of his party,
remove it!
Calling aerial globe. Calling aerial globe. Aerial globe. Calling aerial globe. Aerial globe.
What happened?
Nothing but a sound like a tremendous explosion. There's only one thing could have happened. The aerial globe has blown up.
Then we've lost the cosmic beam annihilator and everybody who went aboard with it.
Yep. But there's one thing you can be certain of.
What's that?
That one of the Jack Armstrong crowd was destroyed too.
There's a bunch of natives on the move.
Which way they're headed?
This way, and there's an awful lot of them.
We better get out of here.
I'll use the loudspeaker system. Zalta's voice will order them back.
Don't be a fool, Grood. They're wise to that gang. Besides, they'll be here in a matter of minutes.
But we won't. Our plane is on the secret landing field.
What about our lab? All our equipment. We can't take that with us.
Destroy it. Hook up the plunger box. By the time the natives get here, this place will be just a memory. Go ahead.
All right, boys, get to work.
Stay where you are, gentlemen. I'm taking over.
What's come over you, Hardy? What in blazes are you trying to do?
You'll find out. Selford, turn around. Blair, put your gun on the table. Move it over further.
Are you trying to cross us up?
I've been crossing you up ever since I was kidnapped and brought to this island. Who do you suppose it was who released Fairfield and Jack Armstrong after you'd captured them? And who was it who got a message through to Humala's camp in time for somebody to get aboard your aerial globe and spike your schemes of world destruction?
Why, you dirty dealing dog, you'll never get out of here alive to tell that.
I'll take that chance. Meanwhile, you'll do as I say.
What do we have to do?
Beneath these blueprints, you'll find a blanket confession I prepared, listing all of your crimes. Each of you will sign it. You first, Grood.
We're signing nothing and you can't make us.
Remember, the natives are getting closer. They're coming here to punish you. All of you. I don't think you'll enjoy their brand of justice. Sign it.
It's Jack.
Are you all right, Jack?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What were you doing up there?
Well, I had to take Vic's place.
How did that happen?
Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you later.
Well, anyway, with that aero globe gone, that sort of puts us in the driver's seat.
Not just yet, Billy. Whoever's in that underground laboratory with Vic may have learned of the explosion by radio contact.
If they're smart, they'll realize they're defeated and try to make a getaway. If we're smarter, we'll try to prevent it.
The natives will back us up. They're already on their way.
Then that makes us the advanced guard. Come on, we're heading for that laboratory.
All right, Burr. You're next, Telford. Move back.
Out of sight, quick!
Thanks, fellas. They almost caught up with me this time.
I don't get it, Vic. We've tried to help you escape several times, and you seem to prefer to be held prisoner.
Haven't time to explain now. We've got to capture Grood first.
Keep going. I have a way to stop them.
Let's get back to the lab. There's another way out.
Another one. We're sealed in. What are we gonna do?
Do our best to break out of here before the air gives out.
But how?
I think I found a use for Pierce's cigarette case. We'll fill it with gunpowder from our cartridges and blast our way out.
That's a good idea.
But what'll we use for a fuse?
A shoelace.
The
Those drums are coming from every direction. The natives are out there in those rocks waiting for us.
We'll blast our way through. Come on.
Now, let's all hope this works. Those drums have changed tempo. Something's happened. What's wrong, Yumila?
White man Grood killed 3 of my people. Go that way.
Grood has a plane in some secret field. Unless we can overtake him, we've lost him forever.
Have your men cover the tunnels and laboratory. We're going to find that plane.
Yo, Havasi!
Sorry, Blair, but here's where we part company.
What's the idea?
I'm going alone.
Alone? Well, you can't mean that, Grood, not after the way I've risked my neck for you.
That's just the point. Someday I intend to return to this island with new equipment and new workers. Naturally, I can't permit you to remain at large with the dangerous knowledge you have.
You can trust me. I won't talk.
No, I'm sure you won't.
Well, that's the end of Jason Grood.
It's more than the end of just Grood. It closes a book on an evil which might have overpowered and destroyed the world.
Now, let's get back to the village.
So you thought I'd sold out?
Gosh, no, Vic. We couldn't have believed that. But your actions did seem strange.
I had a confidential mission.
Confidential mission?
You're working for the government?
No. I represent a great organization that desires only world peace. They are in guard constantly against power-crazed individuals who attempt to overthrow constituted governments by force.
That's one thing Grood hadn't counted on.
That's right.
And now, Princess Alura, you and your people can once again live in peace and security.
You have all done so much, and I am grateful. How can we possibly repay you?
There's a valuable deposit located beneath the sacred grotto. That's what first attracted Grood to this island. He knew the value of pitchblende.
Pitchblende?
Yes. From it is derived not only radium, but another element called uranium. You and your people will share in the benefits of this natural wealth. But you must promise to guard it against those who would use it for destructive power.
In the name of my people, I promise.
There's a trading steamer.
Then that means you'll be leaving?
Yes, Princess, we're going back to our homes across the sea.
For more work.
Perhaps another adventure.
And perhaps a heaping home-cooked meal in a large economy size. Boy, am I hungry.
The Lone Ranger. A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver. The Lone Ranger. Hi-Yo Silver! Away! With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early West. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. The Lone Ranger rides again.
I'll tell you, I'm scared, Biff. They're going to try us for every crime in the book. It'll be a necktie party for sure. We've gotten out of tight spots before. Yeah, but this time we're wanted for murder, not for just robbery or forgery. 3 murders, to be exact. Yeah, when we get to El Paso, we're through. If we get to El Paso. What do you mean? They can't try us for murder if we're not there for the trial. We'll be there, all right. Sheriff told me they're getting this Lone Ranger fella to deliver us special. The sheriff. Hector's. Have you ever had a real bad stomachache? Stomachache? What do you mean? Never mind. Do like I tell you. Now, you lay down on this bunk and start yelling and moaning. Act like your stomach was killing you. I don't get you, Ben. Oh, never mind. Do like I tell you. Sure. Oh, my stomach. Oh. What are you two hombres up to now? My pal's dying, can't you see? His stomach hurts from something fierce. You probably poisoned his food. Nobody poisoned any food. You hombres are going to die, all right, but it'll be from a rope around your neck. Don't just stand there talking. Do something. Can't you see he's in terrible pain? I don't trust either one of you for a minute. Water. Oh. Gee, Sheriff, ain't you a little bit human? All he wants is a little water. That's the least you can do for him. All right, give me the cup. Thanks, Sheriff. You're a good... Quick, Cactus! Grab his keys! Gee, Sheriff, I'm surprised at you falling for an old trick like that. Oh. Hello, Tonto. Hello, Ranger. You come for the... So where'd they go?
Your prisoners escaped, Sheriff. How did it happen?
The old stomachache trick, and I fell for it. You're not the first. Them fool many sheriffs.
We'll have to catch them before they get too far.
How can you? Don't even know where they're headed.
They'd have to steal horses, and horses leave tracks. You all right now, Sheriff?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Come on, Tonto.
Hey, Biff, take a look. There's the end of our trail. What do you mean, that cabin? What have you been leading us up here for? Who lives there? Some old galoot been keeping to himself for the last 20 years. Sort of a hermit. Name of old Joe Peters. Heard about him the last time I was up this way. Sure looks like he lives there alone. Hasn't a friend in the world. The only people ever see him are strangers passing by. Folks say he's got a nice, tidy sum of gold hid somewhere, too. Gold? Think we could use that. He's got 2 things we can use more important right now. His cabin and his name. His name? How are you going to use that? You'll see.
Land's sakes, hold your horses. I'm coming. Sakes alive. What do you two want?
We're lost, mister, and just about half starved. Reckon you could give us some grub and send us on our way?
Sure. Come on in. Have a seat. Today, I'd do anything for anybody.
Something special happening today?
There sure is. My sister Abigail's coming out to live with me. I thought for a minute you was hurt.
Your sister, what's so exciting about that?
Sakes alive, why, she's coming clear from St. Louis. Hadn't seen her in over 30 years. It's a long time.
Sure is, mister. Is she coming alone?
Yep. She's a widow now. And I got to figuring that this place would be a lot homier if I had a female to help me share living here. Just finished painting it for her.
You're right, old-timer. A home ain't nothing without a woman in it. Of course, you're going to need more than this cabin to share with her if you're going to take care of her proper.
Oh, I got plenty. Don't worry about that. Been saving up for years. Me and Abby won't want for nothing. Hey, see? She sent me this picture last year.
Say, that's quite a filly. She's a bossy-looking female, if you ask me.
Well, my age, a man needs a woman to be bossing him around. Keep him out of trouble.
Did you send her a picture of you?
Me? Shucks, no. What? I never had a picture took in my life.
Well, then, how's she going to know you're really her brother?
Gosh, I'll be waiting right here for her just like I Rhoda would. That's how. Say, friend, you sure ask a lot of questions.
That's right, mister. I got just one more question to ask. Where do you keep your gold here?
Gold? What do you mean? I ain't got no gold.
Don't lie to me. Where is it?
Oh, that's your game, is it? Well, you can do whatever you want to me, but I'll never tell you. I'm saving that gold for me and Abby.
All right. I got no time to waste asking questions. I'll get her to tell me. Get out of those clothes. Over there, the cliff. Mister, that's far enough.
What am I supposed to do now? Dive off?
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Only I'm going to give you a little help.
You didn't give that old galoot a chance, Bev.
It ain't him I'm thinking of. It's me. Now you savvy what I mean when I say I'm going to use his name? After I shave this mustache off, who'll know the difference?
Yeah, but supposing someone finds his body down there.
The man I just shot was Biff Baker, wanted for murder. From now on, Cactus, I'm Old Joe.
See, I gotta hand it to you, Biff. Why, you're the smartest. Say, how about me? I'm still wanted for murder.
So you are, Cactus. And an honest guy like Old Joe would shoot a killer like you on sight.
Say, what's the matter with you? You lost your mind or something?
Yeah.
Abigail. Got a pretty up for my sister.
Hard to see footprints now, Kemosabe. Wagon tracks rub them out.
I'm sure they're following this road. If Baker and Gleason are headed towards the border, there's no other way than straight ahead.
Maybe if we pass Wagon, we pick up their trail again.
Wagon tracks. I wonder who'd be driving a wagon through this desolate country.
Tracks fresh. Wagon not far ahead.
Neither are Baker and Gleason. That means there's danger ahead for anybody they meet. Let's go.
Get going, Mahidabel. Penelope? Geraldine? Get up, horse.
There's the wagon, Tonto.
Wagon empty. No driver.
That's not good. Whoever was in that wagon may have been ambushed by Baker and Gleason. Come on. Clothes belong to a woman.
You're dead burn right they do. And no masked man in Indian's gonna steal them from me. Throw up your hands. My pappy always said, Abby, he said, when you meet up with bandits, shoot first and ask questions afterwards. And that's what I aim to do. By the time I count 3, you're going to be the 2 deadest bandits that ever lived. 1, 2...
You're not going to fire that gun, ma'am.
What makes you so sure?
Why, you wouldn't want to kill us any more than we would want to rob you.
You talk mighty strange for a bandit.
Tonto and I aren't bandits. We're your friends. Believe me.
Well, then why are you wearing that mask?
Why are you wearing that hat?
Now, that's a right pert question, young man. Looks awful, don't it?
Mind telling us where you're headed for?
Sure. On my way to my brother's place.
Your brother? You mean someone who live around here?
And why not, Injun? Didn't you ever hear of Joe Peters?
Joe Peters? What does he look like?
Well, mister, I can't rightly say. Haven't seen him for 30 years. Reckon he's changed considerable.
You haven't run across 2 other men on this road, have you?
You're the first humans I've laid eyes on since I hired this darn rig back in town. Now I can't get this consarn critter away from the water hole.
You get in the wagon. By the way, ma'am, if you do see 2 men up ahead on the road, you keep that gun of yours handy. They might be real bandits. Come on, Tonto.
Maybe that cabin of Miss Abigail's brother.
We couldn't have picked a more lonely or deserted spot.
Smoking chimney. Him must be home. Maybe see Baker and Gleason.
They must have come this way. Tonto, look.
Horses look tired. Come plenty long distance.
Yes, they've been ridden hard and fast. I'm sure they're Baker and Gleason's horses.
You think maybe them in cabin?
Someone's in that cabin. If it's them, they'll shoot on sight. We'll leave Silver and Scout here. It must be old Joe. You wait here just in case.
Who's there?
Open the door. I want to talk to you.
Door's open. Come on in. Mind the wet paint.
Howdy.
Sakes alive. You're masked. What is this? A holdup?
No, I'm looking for the men who own those 2 horses out there. Where are they?
Oh, those 2. All right, mister. Get your hands up high and keep them that way.
You don't need a gun, Mr. Peters.
Peters? How'd you know my name?
I met your sister down the road a ways.
And you probably held her up the same as you was going to do to me.
On the contrary, she held me up.
Don't try to soft-talk me. It's easy enough to see you're a friend of those 2 crooks, and I'm going to give you the same as I gave them.
No, you're not. Drop gun.
What the... All right. Go ahead, you've got me. Finish me off.
Nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Peters. Why, we're not after you.
Sakes alive. You mean you're really on the side of the law? If I'd have known that, I'd never pulled a gun on you.
Never mind about the gun. Just tell us where those men are.
Guess they're down the bottom of the canyon.
Bottom of canyon? What happened?
Oh, ornery pokehats they was. Tried to sneak up on me when I was painting my cabin for Abigail. But I seen them coming. Caught them at the edge of the canyon and shot them both. For all I know, they're still at the bottom. No good weasels.
In that case, you've finished our job for us. How do we reach the canyon floor?
It's pretty steep around here. Reckon you'll have to head back a way.
We'd better take a look at those bodies, Tonto. Come on. Bye, Mr. Peters.
There, one of them. Mr. Peters, good shot. Him plenty dead.
Yes, Tonto. This one must be Gleason. He fits the description the sheriff gave us. I wonder where the other one is.
Look, Kimasabi. This one's still alive.
Yes, but still unconscious. Doesn't seem in too bad shape. He was lucky, Tonto. That tree must have broken his fall.
Me thought Sheriff said this Baker have mustache.
He must have shaved it off. Figured he wouldn't be recognized that way.
What we do with him, Kimasabi?
We'll patch him up the best we can. Then we'll take him to town. First, I want to look at that wound. Tonto, look at his hands.
Hands? Me not understand.
Look closer.
Me see now.
You make him as comfortable as you can. I'm going back to the cabin. There's a couple of questions I want to ask old Joe.
Recognize me, Joe?
Sakes alive. Sure do, Abby. You're the spitting image of the picture. Come on in. It's been a long time, Abby. How do I look to you?
After all the traveling I just done, you in this cabin couldn't look better.
I painted it special for you, Abby. Hope you like it.
Lovely shade of gray, just like you wrote me. Oh, it's beautiful, Joe. Say, you're a mite bigger than I expected.
You're a mite prettier than I expected.
Now, Joe, don't you go making jokes about my looks. I know I'm no raving beauty. Sonny, I always remembered you as having blue eyes. They're brown, aren't they?
Well, yes, always was. Shows you how wrong you can be, Abby.
And your hair is not nearly so gray as you wrote me.
Well, I guess I was feeling a little old that day. Say, you remember a lot about my letters. Bet you even remember where I wrote you I keep my gold hid.
Why, sure, Joe. If you wrote me something like that, I wouldn't be likely to forget it. Where's Clarabelle?
Clarabelle?
Yes, the kitten you had here. You wrote me she'd be my very own, a cute little black kitten.
Oh, yes, Clarabelle. Well, Clarabelle died just a couple of days ago, Abby. Poison or something. Never mind about Clarabelle. Let me get your things out of the wagon.
All right, Joe. Just a minute.
Huh?
You're not Joe Peters.
Why, Abby, what are you talking about?
You've been lying all along. Joe Peters does have blue eyes. And he never wrote me where his gold was hid. And there was no kitten named Clarabelle.
You're a fool, woman. Nobody outsmarts Biff Baker and gets away with it.
Biff Baker? You must be one of those two bandits the masked man was talking about. What did you do with my brother?
The same thing I'm going to do with you.
You come any nearer and I'll shoot.
There's nothing sillier than a female with a gun in her hand she don't know how to use.
I tell you, I'll shoot. I got perfect aim.
Yeah? Well, then try hitting me.
Oh.
Miss Abigail, is that you? You all right?
Yes, I'm all right. Come on in.
Reach! Hi!
I'm sorry, mister. You made me do it.
Yeah, and you couldn't have done better. Now, as soon as I get rid of you two and take care of that Indian friend of yours, old Joe won't have an enemy in the world.
It won't work, Baker. We found old Joe at the bottom of the canyon, and he's still alive.
Still alive? What makes you so sure he's old Joe and I'm not?
His hands.
His hands?
That's right. The man who's just finished painting his cabin would have paint on his hands. I don't see any on yours, Baker.
That's mighty smart of you, mister. I should have thought of that myself. But now that you warned me, I'll take care of you two, and then I'll finish old Joe for good.
Oh, no, you won't.
All right, Biff, get over that chair.
Here, mister. Tie the varmints up. And then take me to Joe, quick.
That must be Tonto, Miss Abigail. Let him in, please.
Oh, my.
Me get water.
Joe. Brother Joe, are you all right?
Sakes alive, Abby. Is that you? Oh, my, but you sure have grown.
Oh, Joe. Joe, it is you. Oh. Blue. Just like I knowed there was. That no-good rattlesnake tried to make me think there was brown.
How is he, Tonto?
Him feel much better, Kimasabi.
Yeah, I sure am, Injun. Thanks to your good doctrine. They thought they killed old Joe, but I fooled them. I don't die so easy.
Now, Joe, you just sit quiet. I'm going to take care of you.
Whatever you say, Abby, honey. I hope that polecat didn't hurt you none.
Don't worry, Mr. Peters. Baker won't cause you any more trouble. He's going to pay for his crimes this time for sure. Tonto, you'd better go for the sheriff.
Abigail, honey, you sure weren't lying when you wrote that you was a good cook. You're going to double my weight in a week.
Oh, if you think it's that good, stop talking and start eating. I sure wish that masked man and Injun weren't in such a hurry. I never did get to thank them proper for helping us out so much.
Oh, I reckon they're on their way by now. Because where there's law-breaking that needs taken care of, that's where you'll find Tonto and the Lone Ranger.
A streak of lightning, more powerful than the pounding surf, mightier than a roaring hurricane. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
I'm sick of this fool masquerade. I shall be glad when I'm finished with my work here. Captain, the submarine fleet commander is impatient for news of the American convoy. He will be advised of its location shortly. To your post. By stealth.
Lieutenant Fleming.
Miss Lane.
Yes?
Here, take these. Important papers. Destroy them.
American stubbornness. I give you just 10 minutes to remember what you did with those papers, or I will be forced to brighten your memory with fire. So
what?
Das ist genug.
I suppose Miss Lane's plane has reached the convoy by this time, hasn't it?
Well, no soon, Mr. Kent. We're scheduled to meet the convoy ourselves in a few hours.
That's fine.
How's that, sir?
I said that's...
That's fine. I warned you, Fräulein. Unless you talk, I will make no effort to interfere with these natives.
Oh, cut the comic opera stuff.
Very well. Ngala. Even now, if you tell me the location of the papers, I can... I have to. Look! Your Yankee brandy was in vain! Hurry! Contact submarine fleet commander at first! Jawohl!
Looks like they're having a party down there.
And us not invited. How do you like that? What's that? It's Fleming's ship. Empty. I wonder.
Come in base 3X. Come in base...
Dann sagt alles und raus mit euch!
Come in base 3X. Come in base 3X.
Torpedoes 1 and 2 ready, Herr Kommandant.
The word Department goes on to say that during this action, an entire fleet of Axis submarines was destroyed by American dive bombers, affording the troop ships a safe crossing. On the mighty mission, praise the Lord, and has the ammunition and will.
Hello, back again. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next week for another New Old Serial. And thanks for tuning in. You can join me and watch us on the Monster Channel, the Vortex, Betamax, and if you want, go to YouTube, Donald O'Malley, and subscribe, and you won't miss a show. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night, folks.